over in Tampa, there are also some new additions for the Yankees, as Brian Cashman, of course, had to pivot to a backup plan with Juan Soto heading to Queens. The Yankees brought in former MVPs Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt to help fill that void, and Bellinger was quick to downplay the idea of having to replace Soto.
Yeah, well, first off, Soto is, Juan Soto, generational talent. 26 years old, on the trajectory he's at, future Hall of Famer. But, for me and Paul, it's, necessarily maybe not replacing anybody, but coming in and performing to our best capability. And we know what our best capability is. And, if we reach those levels, then I think that, it could be fun. And every single day, I know for myself and I know for Paul as well, we strive for that. We strive to be excellent. We strive to be great. And that's what we work for every single day.
This tale of the tape is presented by your local Honda dealers, and it doesn't take one long to see why Aaron Judge said earlier this week that there is no replacing Juan Soto. Worth pointing out that Goldschmidt's numbers last year are hurt by a dreadful first half when he hit just .230. All right back with JJ and Anthony. We know the Yanks also made some big pitching moves for the starters and the rotation, but JJ, Stanton's health notwithstanding, how do you feel about this Yankee lineup compared to last year's?
Well, it's clearly not as good because you don't have the dynamic duo, the 1-2 punch that pummeled everybody throughout the American League. Yankees are going to have to do things differently. I think Cody Bellinger, though, hit on something that's super important. Don't try to be Juan Soto. You're not, okay? You're not. Paul Goldschmidt at this stage of the game is not going to put up offensive numbers that are comparable to Juan Soto. Cody Bellinger has to do what he brings to the table, which is get on base, steal some bases, hit for power, and play high-quality defense. If he is the player he was each of the last 2 years with the Chicago Cubs, and I think Yankee fans are going to fall in love with him. And you think about first base, the Yankees got absolutely nothing out of the first base position amongst the dead last, second to last, third to last in all baseball when you're talking about first base. Paul Goldschmidt comes in, and he doesn't have to be the MVP version of Paul Goldschmidt. Hit 250, 20, 25 plus home runs, 70, 80 RBIs. You get that out of those two guys, it helps this lineup immensely.
Yeah, and I think what the Yankees really are looking for from this lineup is not the big numbers, the Soto numbers, the flashy OPS, that kind of thing. I think what they're looking for is the defense part of it. Goldschmidt's a very good defensive first baseman. Bellinger's a good defender wherever you put him. If he gets some reps at first occasionally to spell Goldschmidt, he's good there. He's good in the outfield as well. The Yankees last year, JJ, and I don't have to tell you this, they were a sloppy team. Brian Cashman has mentioned it a few times now, how bad they were on defense. I think that their fundies are going to be a lot better this year, in part because of the guys they've brought in. They're not going to have these lapses where they just sort of disappear. And I'm not piling on Gleyber Torres, but he was sort of the poster child of that kind of dim baseball play. And that's gone now for the Yankees. So they may not be hitting, home runs by the bushel from the top of the lineup, but they will be catching the ball. They were a bad base running team last year. I think they'll be a better base running team. Goldschmidt happens to be a really good base runner. So I think they're better in that way. But if you're looking for more thunder, not happening.
All right. No, this should be a better team or better well-rounded team there with, especially as you pointed out, better defense at first base.